Alright y'all, in this video we're going to demonstrate the running stitch. You're going to need 2 pieces of muslin, some snips or thread clippers, your thread, needle, and you might want to use some pins. Start by getting your thread and needle together. The shorter you keep your thread, the less chance you have of tangling, but the quicker it will run out. I prefer a little bit shorter thread than longer, just because tangling drives me crazy. I don't mind starting a new thread. So you want to thread that needle. Make your knot however you'd like. I'm going to do the French knot that we wrap around the needle. And there it is. All right, that's ready to go. I'm going to pin my sample pieces together just to give myself a little easier time. So stack them right on top of each other, and I like to cross pin. So I'm going to pin right on this imaginary line where I'll be stitching. I'll be stitching right up through there for this sample. So I'm going to pin right where that stitch will go. All right, that's ready. And the running stitch is a pretty simple one. You want to hold your needle between your thumb and index finger and brace it against your middle finger. This is where you might want to use a thimble if this is tender or hurts. For this sample, we're going to start from the back side. Bring our needle. We'll start right in the center of your piece. So, pierce through from the back and draw that down. And there's our needle up against the fabric in the back, doing the work of holding everything in place. And then the running stitch just goes like this. You rock your needle in and out of the fabric. So we'll go into the fabric and back out of the fabric and into the fabric and back out of the fabric. Do a few of those and then you draw your thread down. See how it makes a little dotted line? That's what the running stitch is. It's a dotted line. See how I'm kind of rocking that needle in and out of the fabric? All right. This one's pretty straightforward. Now that I've sewn over that pin, it's not really holding anything together. I've sewed it together. Now I can pull that pin out of my way. Show you a couple more times. You just want to rock the needle in and out of the fabric. You don't want to pull it too tight. You don't want it to draw your fabric up. You want to try to keep it nice and smooth. Pull this needle out, or pin, excuse me, now that I've sewn over it. And that's the running stitch. To finish off, go through to the back side. Oops. And on the back side, you'll want to tie a knot. Now in your sample, you'll have sewn all the way across, but I'm just going to show you the knotting here. For the knot, you want to pick up 1 or 2 little fibers just from the back piece of fabric, right next to where that thread is coming out. Don't be shy, get right next to it. Now that I've picked up those 2 fibers, I want to go through that same place. And as I draw this thread through and that little loop starts to close smaller and smaller, it's really easy to just put your needle through that loop. Oops. Put that needle through that loop and pull it down. There's your knot. You can do 2 if you'd like. You just go right back through the same spot one more time. And as that loop gets small, put your needle through it. There you go. That's the running stitch. That's how your sample will look all way to the end.